days of jail time credit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you, Your Honor. We are asking for community control for Mr. Barnes. He does have a prior felony conviction from 2020. There are some other misdemeanor offenses, but he has never been to prison, and this would be his second felony offense. He did, it is my understanding, end up testing positive for methamphetamine, marijuana, and ecstasy, and certainly that is an issue that we do need to address. In speaking with Mr. Barnes, he also is very desirous of mental health treatment. He indicates that he has sent out multiple, I think, kites to the staff at the jail, but has not been seen by mental health. But he is wanting to be on community control. He is hoping that the court will consider releasing him as soon as possible so that he can hopefully get some of the help he needs, both the mental health, and he would ask that the court permit him to attend treatment for his use of drugs on an outpatient basis, Your Honor.
Well, I thought he communicated to Ms. Crook that he doesn't need treatment.
I do, sir, definitely. Mental health.
Why did you tell her you don't?
I panicked. I wasn't scared. I mean, I wasn't sure. I was just panicking at the time. That's mental health is definitely something. I was doing when I got a meal cap in 2021, but I didn't have insurance and I couldn't afford it, so I stopped doing it back then.
Where were you going? Where were you going in 21?
I was getting out of NeoCap.
I know, you said you were getting mental health treatment.
Oh, Signature Health, sir.
And then what happened with Signature?
I didn't have insurance and I couldn't afford it at the time, and where I was living out in Willoughby wasn't exactly the best. But being able to afford it, it was rough. The bills just kept getting higher and higher, and I just couldn't afford it. I didn't have the insurance, and now I have a good job if I get out, and I have the insurance I can get, so I can actually get the PET processors at the end of Bacon Road.
What do you do?
I'm a maintenance man.
Is that the old Hardy Industrial place?
It was a Ray van or something like that, a Ray van or something like that, yeah. Back with the tires.
What kind of business is it?
It's a polyurethane.
What do you do there?
Fix anything that they break. We have the big dryers that they put the product in, and it dries it. And I mean, they run the extruders, so there's a bunch of stuff. But the big dryers are the main things that break.
And how did you get to the point where you had the ability to perform that type of job?
Pretty much the maintenance background. I did maintenance for a trailer park, and then the hotel, and the factory, which I started off low as a lube tech, which we just walk around and make sure that everything's greased and oiled and clean the dryers out. And I worked my way up into the maintenance department.
So how long have you been using the meth?
It's been off and on. I haven't used it in a few years, and then, like I said, I panicked, and that's when I used it.
How many times did you use it?
There was a Sunday before I went and did the PSI, so I went out and used it.
That was the only time?
Yes, in the past couple of years.
You sure?
Yes. The marijuana I've used, but the methamphetamines is...
Well, why did you use it on that Sunday before?
Because I panicked. I didn't know exactly.
What do you mean you panicked?
Because everything that was going on, about doing the PSI and losing my job and going to prison, and I got scared. I didn't know how to handle it exactly on my own. It's kind of why I wanted mental health.
You thought the meth would help?
It's just calmed me. I mean, it calmed me down. You don't think straight on it at all. And definitely not the way to live.
I'm suspicious that you just didn't use that one time. You used more than that.
most people are, but yeah, it's just the panic thing. Like the ecstasy, I think was in the meth. I didn't use that on purpose, but I think it was laced. But it's not something that I like to do. It's just mentally it helps. You think it does, but it doesn't really.
It helps what?
It doesn't. It doesn't. You just think it does. It takes away the feelings.
How many times in your past use of meth in your life did those feelings that got taken away come back?
They do. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't
Every
exactly
time.
help. Yes, correct. That's why I'd like the treatment, to actually be able to stay in the mental health treatment and do it right instead of quitting on it.
How long have you been working at that place?
Since the beginning of the year, so I'd say like February, April, March, somewhere in there.
You can't fool her on this stuff.
Fool.
You can't fool her with what you were trying to do. She's foolproof.
Okay. Believe it.
Nobody's ever gotten the fake pee past her.
I believe it.
Where do you live?
In Madison,
Where at?
on Clyde Road with my mother.
How long you live there?
Since February.
How old's your daughter?
I have an 18-year-old and a 10-year-old.
How you gonna pay that money back?
With my job
When are you gonna pay that money back?
as fast as possible.
You seem like you're justifying taking that money.
I don't, not at all. It was a big mistake.
Well, you said they owed you for your last 2 days of work and your 40 hours of vacation.
It's definitely not justified to take something that's not yours. It's just, it was a rough time at that time.
Anything else you wanna tell me?
Not exactly sure. I don't know.
Ms. Bell?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report in this case and has several concerns. There was a recommendation for community control to include local jail time and restitution in this case. However, the defendant violated his bond in a few ways. He picked up a misdemeanor paraphernalia case in September, obviously testing positive for the amphetamine, methamphetamine, and ecstasy, using the fake urine. So the state cannot say that the defendant is a good candidate for community control at this time. And the state would ask for a restitution amount of $2,739.04.
What's the story with your license?
I went to see a buddy of mine and we started drinking and then we ended up getting in a fight and I went to leave and then I stopped and I went to sleep in my car and the cops stopped me, or didn't stop me, but found me and gave me an OVI for sleeping in my car.
When was that?
At the end of August, I believe.
Okay. So when you get your license back?
I have driving privileges. I think they suspended it for a year altogether. I have to go do the the weekend class at the hotel. I'm supposed to see that probation officer on the 12th.
Who?
Lisa, I believe her name is. I'm not too sure about her last name.
What court?
Western County in Geneva.
All right, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report and the letters that were sent to me, given to me in support of you. I've considered what you said, I've considered the statements of counsel and the provisions of 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to put you on community control for 3 years. 26 days in jail, credit 26. No drugs or alcohol with screens. I want you to get in a dual diagnosis program for your mental health and drugs and alcohol, and follow all the recommendations. You're to go to only one doctor, one dentist, and one pharmacy for any medication. Take your medication as it's prescribed, sign releases. Get your license back, maintain full employment, pay restitution, $2,739.04 to Holiday Inn Express at the rate of $200 a month beginning February 1 of 26, and then $200 on the first of the month every time thereafter until it's paid. Pay the cost and supervision fees. Anything else, Ms. Crook?
No, Your Honor.
You understand the terms?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you don't comply, then the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. If I find you violated, you face 12 months in prison. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Matthews, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Get out, quit screwing around, do what you're supposed to do.
Thank you, Your Honor.